Right now, I'm shooting on the SONY A5100. And during this review, I'll try to answer a couple of questions, like how good are audio and video quality? And especially, is the internal audio good enough for vlogging? Then of course, what kinds of vlogging can you do with this camera? What is it suited for? What do we have to consider before using this camera for vlogging? Then the overheating. How much of an issue is it really? And how workable is this camera considering its limitations? In addition to this, I'm going to show you the setups that I used in the creation of this review. And of course, all the footage you're seeing was shot exclusively on a SONY A5100. So let's dive right into the review. Hey, thanks for checking out this review. It consists of multiple parts, and should you be interested in especially one of those, go check out the video description. It holds all the links to jump to the various chapters. The SONY A5100 lets you record 1080p Full HD up to 60 frames a second. It comes equipped with a face detection autofocus that works great in video mode. It also offers the possibility to record in XAVCS with 15 megabit. On the side, we got the multi-USB port for charging and file transfer, the SD card slot, and the micro HDMI output so you can hook the camera up to an external monitor. As soon as you turn it on, the lens barrel extends and it has a power zoom lever on the side. This nice little pop-up flash isn't used in video production, but it's just so neat and tiny I couldn't help putting it in the review. Of course, for video work, especially vlogging, the 3-inch flip screen is a must. The startup time is rather quick, and it comes equipped with another power zoom on top. Although it's a compact camera, it's an interchangeable lens system with a Sony E-mount. The sensor is a CMOS sensor, APS-C sized, with 24.3 megapixels. It has a stereo mic built in. The bottom lets you access the batteries and comes with a 1/4-inch tripod mount. In my mind, there are 5 important things to talk about when talking about the A5100 and videography. Number 1, the autofocus. A, it is dead silent. You do not pick anything up, even on the internal audio, which is great. B, this thing works awesome. You pretty much put whatever you want in focus in the center and the camera will focus on it. It does a really good job at that. On top of that, it comes with 3 different autofocus speeds. Slow, which is just very nice to look at and is great for use with the touch autofocus in studio situations like this. Regular, which pretty much works fine for most occasions. And fast, the setting that I use when I shoot outside in a vlog type fashion and things happen quickly and all I need is just the focus to be there. Number 2, low light performance. And again, the A5100 handles itself pretty well. This is probably due to the APS-C sized sensor, a sensor you would normally find in bigger and more expensive DSLRs. I'd not go above 3200 though. This is the last setting that I can kind of make my peace with the digital noise, but judge for yourself and decide for yourself. However, recording time decreases the higher the ISO gets because the thing heats up more quickly. Third important thing to talk about, for lack of external audio mic input, the quality of the internal audio. All in all, I think it's a decent quality considering it's an internal mic. But of course, if you compare the results to that of an external audio source, it is noticeable. And yes, I do record external audio for my vlogs or video shooting. So how do I do it with this camera? Well, it's pretty simple actually. I stay wired all the time wearing a lavalier. And when the time comes to record external audio, what I do is I carry with me an external recorder like the Zoom H1. Hit that up And what I did is, to the back of this, I attached really sturdy Velcro. And I did this to my Joby Gorilla Pod as well. So the zoom sticks to the Gorilla Pod. And since the zoom is very light, it doesn't come off as well. Then everything that's left to do is reach for my pocket, get the cable from the lavalier, connect it to the zoom, check if the microphone is picking up on my voice, hit record, and then within a matter of seconds, I'm recording high quality external audio for my vlogs. Fourth important point to talk about, overheating. Unfortunately, the A51 does overheat, but there's two sides to the story here. Are you shooting in a studio-like environment, like I'm shooting right now, and you have to rely on recording times that exceed 10 to 15 minutes continuously, then this camera isn't for you. Do not buy it, it'll make you unhappy. Typically, the first shot gets you between 15 and 25 to 28 minutes of recording time, depending on how hot the environment is that you're shooting in. After that, or after it overheats, all you're gonna get, depending on how long you let it cool, is between 6 to 8 minutes. Except if you let it cool for like 15 minutes and then start shooting again, if that's something that you can do. If, however, your takes are relatively short, like mine, say between 3 to 6 minutes, then this camera is actually pretty workable in a studio-like environment. Here are some videos that take you behind the scenes of this review and show you how I remotely set up my shots using the A5100. And you'll see this is actually pretty simple and the camera is pretty workable. The other side to the story is this. If you're shooting in a vlog type fashion, if you're trying to create a narrative from your daily activities, then the overheating isn't an issue at all. And here's why. Typically, when you're vlogging, your shots are relatively short. They typically don't exceed 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And even if this thing overheats, it will never let you down. Because even if it overheats and all you do is turn it off, turn it back on, hit record again, which will take you approximately 16 seconds if you're fast, it will give you another 5 minutes of recording time. Every time. Here's a video that specifically focuses on this capability. I let this thing overheat 20 times and it always gave me 5 full minutes of recording time. So when push comes to shove during vlogging, it will give you 5 minutes no matter what. So when it comes to vlogging, this is a really good camera if you can live with circumventing the problem that it has no external audio input, either via using an external recorder and a lav mic like I'm doing right now, or by being okay with the pretty good quality of the internal mic. Fifth important thing to talk about, battery life. I usually get 60 to 90 minutes of video out of one battery, which is okay for such a small battery, but of course you have to carry more than that. I carry at least 5. 5 of those little batteries will get me through a day of shooting outside in a vlog type fashion. But since the price point on these things is very low, that is not a problem. If you found this little tip helpful, please make sure to leave a thumbs up, it'd be greatly appreciated. Any kind of comment or feedback is welcome and I'll try to answer quickly. If you want to support the channel, check out the video description, there are a lot of product links that might be interesting for you. In any case, thank you so much for your time, thank you for watching and see you again soon.